Bani, with his sun-kissed skin and eyes like melted chocolate, was a beacon of charm in the okra-hued village. Though his family's wealth resided in the sweetness of palm wine rather than the abundance of cattle, he held his head high, his pride fueled by the love of his people and the silent support of the king's daughter, Princess Abeni. Once upon a time, there lived a young lad named Mpani. He was the oldest son of Chief Nze, a cabinet member of the king's palace and also a skilled palm wine tapper. Mpani knew the path to the palace like the grooves of his palms. Every moonlit stroll, every sunrise trek with his father, Chief Nze, etched the winding pathway into his memory. They weren't wealthy like the other chiefs. No, their riches resided in the amber depths of clay pots brimming with palm wine. Every morning, Mpani and his mother would rise with the birds. The air still cool against their skin. He'd help Nze tap the sap from the towering palms, their rhythmic tugs against the trucks, a familiar lullaby. Then came the balancing acts. Clay pots, nestled in wooden baskets, rested on Mpani's head, a crown of fermented sweetness. His mother, her laughter dancing with the morning mist, would hoist her own baskets, and together they'd set off for the palace. The aroma of the wine would precede them, a fragrant herald announcing their arrival. Guards, their spears glinting in the morning sun, would raise their eyebrows at the sight of Mpani. He'd return their amused glances with a shy smile. The calluses of his hands, a badge of his family's honest labor. His mother, eyes warm with pride, would lead the way, their bare foot slapping the steady rhythm against the sun-baked earth. And then there she was, Abeni, the princess of the sun, emerging from the cool shade of the palace portico. Her laughter, like sunbeams dancing on water, would weave through the chatter of the court. Her gown, the color of ripe papayas, would shimmer as she moved, a vibrant contrast to the dusty brown of the commoners. She was the only grown-up daughter of the king and by far the most beautiful young maiden in the village. Wealthy suitors from far and wide flooded the palace to ask for her hand in marriage, but she would always turn them down. Mpani would set the pot down, his heart a hummingbird trapped in his chest. Abeni, drawn by the intoxicating scent of the palm wine, would turn around. Their eyes would meet, a spark lighting in the space between them. His dark gaze, deep as the moonless night, would clash against the brilliance of her sun-kissed skin. A smile, shy on Mpani's lips, would be mirrored on Abeni's face, a secret language passing between them. They were no science students, but they passed the chemistry effortlessly. Then duty would call. Nze, gruff but gentle, would bow before the princess, offering the best of their brew. Abeni, with a grace that belonged to the stars, would accept the clay pot, her fingers bruising lightly against Mpani's as she did. That touch, fleeting a firefly blink, would send shivers down his spine, a silent promise whispered in the warm sunlit air. And so, every day, Mpani would walk that path, carrying the sweet burden of palm wine and the silent hope of another stolen glance from the princess of the sun. Their love, born in the fragrance of fermented sap and nurtured in the stolen moments of the glances across the palace courtyard, was a melody whispered on the wind, blooming amidst the dusty shadows of a village riven by wealth and envy. It was a love story waiting to be written. Its first chapter, etched in the clay pot, carried by a handsome young man and his mother, the aroma of palm wine, their silent serenade. Their love, born from stolen glasses across the palace courtyard, her beauty, rivaling the moonlight, saw beyond the callous hand that tapped palm wine and discerned the gentle heart that beat it beneath. But their path was strewn with thorns woven from envy and greed. Abeni would always hail him with her soft, gentle voice. My love, in the presence of everyone, including the king himself. They laugh over it, but Chifunze, Mpani's father, a man of quiet dignity, knew the storm brewing. The village hummed with rumors of Prince Adewale, heir to the neighboring village, wooing Abeni with promises of silk and gold. Chifunze, though respected, lacked the influence to shield his son from the prince's venomous advances. One fateful day, jealousy reared its ugly head. Mpani, accused of a crime he did not commit, he was arrested and put on trial for banishment. His pleas, choked by tears, were lost in the dim of Nze's hushed agreement. Abeni, her voice, hushed from protest, was locked away, her spirit caged, but her love unwavering.